Honestly, inflation isn't as complicated as some economists make it sound. First of all, this is my first video on YouTube, so if you like how I explain this, show some love. It will motivate me. Okay, now to the point. Inflation just means prices keep going up and up, and the money in your hand being less and less than before. We can think about it like a chocolate bar that used to cost 50 cents sometime, now costs $2. Here, it is the same chocolate, same wrapper, but your money lost value. That slow decline in purchasing power is that thing what we call inflation. So why does this happen? Well, there are a few main reasons. First, cost push inflation. That's when it costs more for companies to make goods, so prices go up. For example, if oil prices rise, it becomes more expensive to transport goods, run factories, or make plastics. Companies pass those costs to consumers. Natural disasters do the same thing, like if crops are destroyed, food prices jump because supply drops. Then there's demand pull inflation. This happens when too many people want the same thing at the same time. During COVID, people got extra money from stimulus checks, and suddenly everyone wanted laptops, bikes, furniture, but factories couldn't make enough. Too much demand, not enough supply, prices go up. Built-in inflation is another one. This is all about expectations. People expect prices to rise, so workers ask for higher wages. Companies pay those wages, then raise product prices to cover costs. And then the cycle repeats, prices up, wages up, prices up again. Just the expectation alone can fuel inflation. Now, why is it so hard to stop? The first challenge is the wage price spiral. Prices rise, wages rise, companies raise prices again. Breaking that cycle without hurting people is really hard. Timing makes it tricky too. Central banks like the Federal Reserve raise interest rates to slow borrowing and spending, which eventually cools prices. But it takes time, sometimes 1 or 2 years, for the effect to show. By then, inflation may already have worsened, or the economy may slow too much. Debt makes it even more complicated. In the 1980s, US government debt was about a quarter of the economy. Today, it's about the size of the entire economy. So when interest rates rise, paying that debt becomes way more expensive. That makes governments hesitant to act aggressively. Politics adds another layer. Fighting inflation often means slower growth, higher unemployment, and short-term pain. Leaders may delay tough decisions to avoid backlash, which lets inflation persist longer than it should. Inflation is global too. Supply chains connect everything. A factory shut down in one country can push prices higher everywhere. And when the US raises interest rates, money can flow out of other economies, leaving them weaker, which puts more pressure on prices worldwide. Finally, the tools we have aren't perfect. Interest rates slow spending and investment, yes, but they also reduce jobs and growth. Price controls historically caused shortages and black markets, and when lifted, prices often shot even higher. So, in short, inflation happens because costs rise, demand rises, and expectations rise. It's hard to stop because of psychology, timing, debt, politics, and a globally connected economy. Addressing it without hurting people is one of the hardest jobs in economics. Okay, this is it. Hope I've cleared everything related to it, so subscribe for more. See you guys later.